Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Star Wars, the Padawan podcast, the anthology edition for the Apocalypse movies. We are here to talk Star Wars. Obviously, it's in the title. And if you see the rest of the title, you see that we're here to talk Obi-Wan Kenobi and the developing story that we could see his character pop up on the screen once again in the near future, just not in the way that we expected. I am joined by Brian Avlicino today, and we're here to talk about Obi-Wan Kenobi, everyone's favorite Master Jedi, who we've been wanted and debated and speculated and rumored and just at length waited for this guy to show back up on the screen. And just a little backstory here, StarWarsNewsDet.com, who is very, very reliable in the world of Star Wars ever since these new movies have come out. With breaking news and sources and just information regarding Star Wars, revealed yesterday or 2 days ago by the time this comes out that Disney is possibly looking at putting Obi-Wan Kenobi on the brand new streaming service for Disney Plus. No timetable, no more information really other than that. But it's interesting. The report also said that it would be a limited series, not a series like The Mandalorian or possibly Cassian Andor.
I did not know that.
Which would be a big bummer for fans, but it could leave the door open for possibly finishing with a movie or something like that. Sure. But sticking to this news report, let's just talk about real quickly, is this the right move for Obi-Wan Kenobi? Obviously, Ewan McGregor has been around for a very long time. He's teased that he would love to come back to the character. He goes to premieres and he's at Star Wars Celebration. He does all these things for Star Wars. Is this the right move to put Obi-Wan Kenobi on Disney Plus? Or would you much rather see it, or does it deserve to be on the film? Brian?
I don't know. Half of me says, heck yeah, give him his own little show. The other half of me goes, no, he deserves a big-time movie. So I'm torn between the two. Now, if this leads to a movie, then 100% I'm all on board. That's...
It's a big question.
That's not even a question. But I didn't even know until you said it that it's a limited series. I just thought it would be like a series.
It's according to their report. They wrote down, and it was actually funny that they separated the information from saying, oh, they want to put it on Disney Plus, and then they wrote limited near the bottom of the article. Okay. And so they kind of like almost hid it in a way, because I think they realized what it would mean to fans if this was like a full-fledged series rather than a limited series. Again, this is all just a major rumor at this point. We're just here to talk about it and speculate a little bit about it. A limited series will be interesting because it's about 8 to 10 episodes, 6 to 8, somewhere around there, diving into Obi-Wan, maybe just teasing what could come. Maybe Disney's like, hey, let's see how this goes, and then if people like it, if they cling to it, we can do more episodes, maybe we can finish off with a movie. It's highly possible because committing to a trilogy is very hard, especially in the world of Star Wars. We've seen that with the Solo movie. Obviously, they had something planned out afterwards, but it just didn't work out.
Which sucks.
Yeah, it is a bummer. It's a big bummer. But it's also funny to go back to 2 years ago when they had a director come on board to develop this movie.
Yeah.
And then after the unsuccessful run of Solo, everything kind of just got pushed back. They rethought everything, and now they're moving forward in different ways. I like this idea. I think that Obi-Wan fits great on a TV series because, as what The Mandalorian has shown, they're willing to put a lot of money into it. And if it is just a limited series rather than a full-length series, they can put even more money into it, especially with a name like Ewan McGregor leading it. There's obviously a lot of time. There's 19 years in between Episode 3 and Episode 4. And so there's so many things that could have happened in between then. We saw that in a little bit of Rebels. And so there's a lot of things going on for Obi-Wan, and people want to see it.
Hell, we didn't get Crazy Go before Episode 3.
Yeah.
Maybe a side mission.
Seriously, there's so much story to tell with this guy, and he's by far, other than Luke and Darth Vader, or maybe a tie, the most popular Star Wars character ever be made. And so it's not a matter of if, realistically, it's just a matter of when.
And it's been a long when. So it's a matter of how much longer do we have to wait for it, in my opinion. And I think a real possibility that you could see is maybe them taking what they had planned for this movie, because I fully believe until Solo, bombed, if you will, they had him coming to a movie.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because in the article, and I don't know if you got the chance to read
No,
the article, they had said that they heard rumblings that because he attended the solo premiere, he was there, Ewan McGregor, and
there was a Instagram photo of him training. It looked like
yeah, something like that. Well, he was also on the red carpet for the movie, and Star Wars Newsnet revealed that they had heard rumblings that Disney and Lucasfilm were waiting to see how Solo reacted, how people reacted to the movie, but they were ready to full-fledged announce not only Ewan McGregor coming back, but a series of movies with him was the next step for these anthology movies. But it was all delayed and pushed back and maybe shelved because of the run of Solo and how people reacted to that.
Yeah. To further what I was going with, I would not be surprised if they took the idea for what they had planned for the movie and draw that out and make that the series.
I hope so. I really do. And I mean, obviously that would span through seasons. And it would be interesting because Ewan McGregor.
I don't even think it needs to be seasons. I just think.
But that's so much stuff to tell in just 6 or 7 episodes.
Well, think about it. If they were going to tell a whole story in an hour and a half, 2 hours, you give them 6 to 8 hours.
What if they have 2 or 3 movies planned?
True. If that's 2 or 3 movies that they're going to do, but if they're going to hit this, in my logic, they're going to go with, okay, we had plans for this first movie. Let's take what we were going to use to that and make that our limited series.
Oh, I definitely think that's the case. Think that's the case because, and like we touched on earlier, it could literally just be a test run to see how people react to it.
Yeah.
And if people like it, they have other stories that follow up that, or maybe they have 2 or 3 movies with Obi-Wan that are individual stories and that they'll go back to back.
Yeah.
And we've seen that with plenty of trilogies beforehand that none of them really connect, but it's all about the same character, and that can easily happen with this guy.
Yeah. I mean, I could totally see Star Wars doing a bunch of limited series on popular characters, just doing that. I literally can see them just do. I could see them doing that for Obi-Wan.
Well,
I mean,
we're seeing that with Marvel right now.
Exactly, and that's why I could totally see it. That we had the rumor that Lando was going to get his own. I could absolutely see that with a number of other characters.
Well, we know that Emilia Clarke is very prone to being on TV with Game of Thrones. We could easily see a Kira thing.
And that's where I was going. That was my next person that I was going to name. People loved her character. I loved her character, and I could absolutely see her starring in her own show, even if it's a limited series.
Well, again, it's just like Obi-Wan, and it's not as much time, but Solo revealed that from the time that Han and Kira separated, there was 3 years.
Yeah. And
she became this completely different person in this crime syndicate.
Absolutely.
Look at all that stuff that's being involved. And here's a even more interesting part with that, and not too much off the Obi-Wan stuff, but Paul Bettany is already doing a series with Disney Plus as Vision. Why not just shoot him over as Dryden Voss with the Kira series?
And then you get to throw in maybe how she met Darth Maul.
If they do an Obi-Wan series, he freaking better be on there. He better be on there, man.
Just the relationship and nemesis between the two.
And it better be Sam Witwer.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Because I don't know if I like the whole Ray Park playing him, Sam Witwer voicing him over. I don't know if I like that because that's what happened in Solo.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's exciting, man. If this is actually the case, then
can you imagine if we got Qui-Gon to show up?
Dude, that would be legendary. Well, see, that's the thing. If anything they do Obi-Wan, whether it's a freaking animation TV series, movie, of live action movie or series, Qui-Gon is the one thing that has to happen. Because that is the way that is the way Episode 3 finished. Yeah. It is the way Episode 3 finished. It has to happen.
Yeah. If I saw those two, especially with this Master and Apprentice book coming out, give it a little extra taste.
What if it's kind of based around that 40 stories from 40 years of Star Wars, the Qui-Gon and Yoda one, I think it was, or no, they had a Qui-Gon and Obi one, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what she wrote.
Are you talking about from a certain point of view?
Yeah, from a certain point of view. Sorry, excuse me.
I was like 40.
Well, it's like 40 stories from 40 Star Wars is what it's double colon or whatever it's called, the subtitle. No, that's what Claudia Gray wrote about, is Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon. And what if They're like, hey, Claudia Gray, would you want to write an Obi-Wan series?
Give Claudia Gray the pen to absolutely...
She's the new J.K. Rowling, dude.
For Star Wars, absolutely. Give her a pen to any character, and I will be happy.
I mean, it's not going to happen, but her writing a Leia series?
Oh, my God.
It's not going to happen, but just imagine her writing a Leia series.
Give me, like, teenage Leia with her daughter playing her, and I'm totally fine with that.
Dude, that would be legendary.
It would be
interesting to see how the Star Wars world would react to that first.
Well, she can't really do it, I guess, since she's in the new...
yeah, it would be very interesting to see how the world reacts to anybody playing her. But
I don't know if I would be okay with anyone, but
I agree.
The daughter playing her.
I agree. All right, well, yeah, obviously we're excited to hear this news. Again, it's just a major rumor. We've heard this before.
You got the wheels turning.
Yeah, but we're just here to kind of speculate and have a little bit of fun with it. Obi-Wan could possibly be headed to Disney Plus, and it's something that we're really looking forward to because they seem to be taking advantage of the blank page that's been laid out in front of them, and so.
And don't mess with streaming services now. Netflix,
well, especially like Disney Plus.
Netflix set the bar, and Disney Plus is not going to stand for being second.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun time in about 6 months because it's going to come out later this fall. So those are our thoughts on the new news / rumor / report that Obi-Wan Kenobi could be headed to Disney Plus with a limited series that will include Ewan McGregor. Make sure you head down in the comments, leave your thoughts about this news. Does this excite you? Do you get it? Does it sound fun to you? Would you rather see a movie? Do you like hearing that it's going to be a series? Leave some thoughts on there, and we will get back to you as soon as we possibly can. For Brian, for myself, thank you again for joining us on our rendition of the Padawan podcast today. May the Force be with you.